How did I turn this LinkedIn post into a £2.2 million lead generation on LinkedIn? Well, let's get into the steps of how we achieved it. First step is knowing the industry that you're a part of. If you're in a commercial or a business development role or even a business owner, you really need to know what is going on in your industry so that you can capitalize on any opportunity that there is out there. One way of doing this is having your finger on the pulse by attending exhibitions, conferences, reading things on LinkedIn, news articles that are specific to your industry. There's a magnitude of different things that you can be doing. Even just speaking to people, speaking to your customers, you'll often get good information from them, what's going on in the industry. So at this time, I worked for a company that supplied huge reels of wire rope. And we had a history of supplying large reels of wire rope to specific vessels called anchor handling vessels. Now, these anchor and handling vessels are used in the offshore industry and now in the renewables industry, specific for pulling big structures across the sea and putting them in position. This requires them to have huge reels of wire rope in the back. We were able to establish through news articles that we used to subscribe to and also by attending conferences that there was a huge spike in day rates for this type of vessel working in the North Sea. These vessels went from an average of £20,000 per day all the way up to £120,000 to £150,000 per day during the peak. And this will be remembered by anyone that was working in the North Sea marine industry at this time, because this was a real issue for all the operators working in the North Sea. Actually, when I was doing my research for this video, I realised at the beginning of this year, there's also been a huge spike to around about $132,000 per day for this type of vessel again. And this is where you have to have your finger on the pulse, because you then have an opportunity to supply into this industry. So when you've got this type of information, you then need to make your business development strategy. And we had targeted this part of the market as a key growth area for us. So you need to be developing your business development strategy around this. And we knew that because the day rates had spiked so much, that the vessel operators would have much more cash in the bank and they'd be able to conduct the maintenance that they had probably always wanted to be doing when they weren't earning as much. They would be able to buy new supplies and new equipment. So this was a key opportunity for us to try and really show them who we were and the opportunity that they had to buy wires from us at this time. You then need to establish what your unique selling point is for selling into the vessel operators. Our unique selling point at this time was that we had large reels of wire rope available at any given time. This meant that we could react quickly in case the operators wanted to get any last-minute orders or any orders in the future. There was a key issue at this time with the supply of steel, so there was long lead times for new wires to be made. So us having a clear USP of stock of big reels of wire meant that I had an opportunity to go in and have a good selling pitch to them to make us seem reliable in the company that they would want to ultimately work with. So once you've established the market you want to go after, you've established what you're going to try and sell to them, then you need to establish the type of customers that you're going to go after. And we looked into this and there was over 20 vessel owners that had anchor handlers at this point in the North Sea, but there was only around about 10 of them working in the North Sea at this time. And this is why there was such a spike, because there was a supply and demand issue. There was more work than the amount of vessels that there was out there to utilise. So what could we have done? We could have done cold calls. We could have flown internationally to meet them at their head offices. We could have tried to meet them at events. But all of that takes a lot of time. And actually, I was using LinkedIn quite a lot at this time and had generated leads in the past from it. But I wanted to put it to the test to see if we could establish new leads off the back of LinkedIn and generate more opportunities in quick succession. So I decided to set up a LinkedIn campaign. Once we'd established all the companies that we wanted to target, we then looked at our previous order history and we looked at the type of people that were procuring or contacting us for RFQs, requests for quotations. We then took note of all these different types of job roles and we then actively sought to connect with the people on LinkedIn. Now, what frustrates me is at this point when somebody says all you need to do is connect with the people on LinkedIn, and then you need to drop them a message once they've connected and introduce yourself. Rubbish. You won't be able to connect with someone unless they want to connect with you. And you need to give them a reason why they would connect with you. And that's where the key is to optimize your profile. And the masterclasses that I'll be releasing in the next couple of weeks, one of the stages will be how to optimize your profile efficiently to make sure that you can connect with the right individuals. Once we connected with them, I was then able to put a content campaign out where we specifically targeted the type of service that we were looking at. So after you've connected with them, you then have the opportunity to post content that will show the service that you offer and also the company that you are. And that'll show up in their feed. We did this for around about 3 weeks, being specific on the type of service and product that we wanted to sell into them. And after 3 weeks, I decided to start contacting some of the key buying influencers. At this point, they already knew who I was, they knew the service that we offered, and they knew what we were looking to support them with. I introduced myself properly, had a quick conversation with them, and then presented them with our USP and the issue that we knew that they faced at this moment in time and how we could solve it. The buyer for one of the companies that we had never worked for then got back to me and asked me for my email address because he had an RFQ that he wanted to send to me. We received the RFQ, we priced it up, and we sent him a quotation worth 2.2 million. Now, I want to highlight that that wasn't quick. That took around about 6 weeks of work to get us to that point. But it would have taken me even longer if I did it the conventional way, going out and meeting them, etc. LinkedIn was able to allow me to spread my wings and contact so much more people that I had never contacted before and had never heard of me before. And this is our goal at Elevate Small Biz, is to help companies like you, individuals who are working in commercial and business development roles, who are looking to optimize and utilize LinkedIn better, and showing them how to do it. Elevate Small Biz. You run your business, we help elevate it.